Of course, I saw him in the Golden Slipper and he ran super well, didn't he? Running fourth, being up on speed and making his own luck. Of course, prior to that, he was our Blue Diamond winner. The last time the Blue Diamond size produce double was done was in 2015 with Pride of Dubai. I think he can still add to that tally.
So some confidence there, and 𝘼𝙏𝘾 with Lizzie. What about 𝘼𝙏𝙀? After that golden gift, I thought this might be the size horse. Nothing's quite gone right for him this prep, hasn't it?
No, and he's missed out on the slipper run. But I did speak to Nasher Willow 3 days before, and he said that he would be right in the mix with the slipper. So maybe they've held him back. He's drawn barrier 1. I don't think it'd be too much of a concern, but there was a sense of this horse is pretty good from Nash. So he has that confidence in him, and he's shown us the ability. Here's Let's Roll the Dice. He's unbeaten, Richo.
And he has seen a heavy track, Caitlin, so you get some confidence there. Damien Lane won the race with 𝘼𝙏𝙀 Dreaming at a big price. Danny O'Brien brings up this colt by Dundee, up from Melbourne. Good win at Bendigo, outstanding win at Flemington. Hard to beat. Horse number 4, count the headlines.
Yeah, didn't have a great deal of luck, did he, in the Blue Diamond? He knuckled at the start and he came the widest, and he just looks to me as though he's still learning his craft. I think the 1400 metres will be very suitable for him. I thought his trial recently was excellent, and the way he parades today, you would have to give him an opportunity to make amends.
You do a lot of work for Annabelle Neesham. I say work, it's fun work. You must know this horseman in the mirror.
Yeah, not as much as I know Zaki, but look, he's a horse that Annabelle holds in high regard, and he's certainly not letting her down. He was second to Let's Roll the Dice at Flemington last start in the VRC size, and 𝘼𝙏𝘾 looking for his 5th win in this race.
He was 1.8 million that one, Lizzie, but he's not the most expensive colt in this race.
He is not the most expensive colt in this race. This is the most expensive colt in this race. Magic, $2.5 million. He's out of Rising Romance, and he's a beautiful schnitzel colt. He presents really nicely. I thought his first up run in the Silver Slipper was excellent. I was a little disappointed with him on the heavy going when he ran in the Pago, but I love the fact that they've saved him for this race. This has always been in mind, and hopefully he can make amends and bounce back. Warby is the next horse we have a look at, Richo.
Yeah, ran second in the Black Opal and was unlucky there. It goes around at a big price today, cost 300,000 at the Magic Millions. Mar Eustace team and Johnny Allen, they're a dynamic combination, wealthy investor. This would be a great story, wouldn't it, for Damien Lane, the trainer. He's decided to put the blinkers on. Fascinating horse here, Show Court, only start number 3.
Absolutely no luck in the Todman, and I thought it was an excellent performance considering he only got to clear the last 50 metres. I might be going off one preparation too early, but he just looks to me as though he's got Group 1 potential written all over him, and the 1400 metres looks right up his alley. 3
of the top 4 out of the Victoria size, and Brosnan was in that race.
Yeah, and I can see why Richo's got him as his roughie, because he wasn't all that bad last start in the sires. He was only beaten a length on that occasion to Let's Roll the Dice. So he's juicy odds there for a horse that's got plenty of ability. Here's 𝘼𝙏𝘾, the favourite. Lizzie, how does she look?
She looks very well. She's getting a little bit warm in between her legs, but that's been a process that I've seen from her time and time again. Of course, she's trying to do the Golden Slipper sires double. The most recent time that was done with Piero in 2012. 38 fillies have won the sires produce. The last filly was 𝘼𝙏𝙀 Dreaming in 2018.
So the other filly in the race is also in the market, and very much in the market, as she was in the Golden Slipper. And she didn't have a lot of luck, She's Extreme there.
No, she didn't. She was actually a part of the 𝘼𝙏𝘾 incident that we saw. That happened in front of her. So she could be a massive improver.
So, Ben, we go to you for the first of the really big ones. They've all been big, actually, but the Group 1s and the singlet size.
We had a chat about this horse before we went on air, Bruce, that being 𝘼𝙏𝘏, saying, hey, what price are we going to jump? Well, at that stage we were talking $1.90, and that was obscenely short, truth be told. We're now talking $2.50. Hard to believe, we were hoping for $2.20. $4.80 about She's Extreme has trimmed in. Now, we were as much as $8 first thing today, hovered around the $5 mark for most of it. Let's Roll the Dice is the second best backed runner in the race. 𝘼𝙏𝘏 does occupy 50% of the hold. 𝘼𝙏𝘏 at $10, Show Court Court at $10, Magic at $13 and 21 or more the rest. But yeah, it's funny, off the back of the slipper you'd say who's going to beat this horse, but there are plenty of other form lines coming into this race, the size. Now don't forget, I did mention it earlier, but James McDonald has a couple of nice rides coming up, race 7 and race 8 here at Randwick. We have Regal Lion in the Derby and Nature Strip in the TJ, both to run top 4 at $2.50. Can Nature Strip emulate the mighty Chautauqua and win a third straight? All tab customers need to do is head to today's offers on the app, max bet is $50 and gamble responsibly.
Thanks, Ben. Well, when Lizzie spoke to Gary Portelli, Katie, she mentioned maybe lack of speed here, so tell us about the map.
Yeah, it's always interesting when on paper there looks like a lack of speed. That you usually see a couple of horses kick up because of that and generate a little bit of speed. I think 𝘼𝙏𝘾 will be forward, Man in the Mirror won't be too far away. Just with the barrier, I think 𝘼𝙏𝘾 might hold a spot, same as to with Brosnan. 𝘎𝙏𝙀 is usually a back marker, but he did show enough speed in his trial to suggest that he could sit a little bit closer. So, yeah, I think a lot of the jockeys, they're the best jockeys in the world. They'll be able to make a quick decision and the race should be run at a genuine enough tempo.
So, Lizzie, we go to you. Some blue bloods here. Which way are you going?
Yeah, this is the best part of my job, looking at these horses in the yard. They are absolutely in prime condition. I'm going the way of Show Court. As I mentioned when he was walking around, I might be going off one preparation too early. He has got a little bit of growing still to do, but I just can't get that Todman win or run out of my head where he was very unlucky, where I obviously thought he should have won. So he's my Lizzie likes for today, but you could definitely tick off 𝘼𝙏𝘾. You can definitely tick off She's Extreme, and Warby is one that has gone up in my estimation after having a look at him in the yard.
Thanks for that, Lizzie. So Show Court. So let's go to you, Dean. Dean, so we go up that extra notch. Now, interesting to me, Dean, as many horses come out of the Victoria size produce as the Golden Slipper for this race.
Yeah, very much so, Bruce. Very interesting. And this race, in lots of ways, the Golden Slipper was for the here and now, but this is the race that you're looking at. I think what are going to be our stellar 3-year-olds and the horses that really develop. And in lots of ways, that excites me more. I'm going to go with one of the fillies, though, and She's Extreme. We saw the overhead before of the 𝘼𝙏𝘾 incident. Well, she got through and then she had to work hard to win. She's Extreme virtually clocked off and didn't spend a lot of petrol over the last 400 metres of the Golden Slipper, and I just love her on wet ground at Randwick on with She's Extreme. But there's some really nice horses in this race, Bruce, and looking forward to seeing how they measure up today and into the future.
Good stuff, Dean. Thank you for that. Well, Richo, Anthony Cummings will be pleased when he hears who Dean Lester's gone for.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the first thing that we noticed there. So you get a bit of confidence. He's the best judge going around and believes you can come out of that slipper and win today. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. She basically had a barrier trial on the slipper. She got out the last 50, stretched out, and in terms of prize money, went from nothing to 100 grand in 3 steps. So it's a pretty fair effort in that time. She's been fine since, so she goes in there having run on the slipper but without really having been tested.
Okay, 1,400 metres?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she had a pedigree to see her run 2,000, so the 1,400 is a step in the right direction.
Okay, they're starting to load. Great to see you.
Yeah, good luck.
Good stuff, Richo. Ben, the hot horse from the tab for the sires.
Don't tell Anthony, but it's not his. It's 𝘼𝙏𝘾, 55% of the hold and 6 times more than the next best backed, which is Let's Roll the Dice.
To 𝘼𝙏𝘾. So many great horses over the years haven't been able to go Golden Slipper into a size produce, and it would be something. So no filly this century's done it. Can 𝘼𝙏𝘾. What's your final thoughts, Caitlin?
I'm with the favourite 𝘼𝙏𝘾, but I do think it is an open race, and it wouldn't shock me to see a lot of these horses improve with the wet tracks. Count the Headlights looked like he was on song with the blinkers on. Looking forward to seeing what he can do today. And 𝘎𝙏𝙀, a horse that I've always liked, and Nashra taking the ride with a lot of confidence. Who do you like, Bruce?
I'm with the favourite, but it's going to be a big job, as we know. She's in, they're all in. Here's Darren Flindell for the English sires.
Ready for the English sires for the 2-year-olds. Ready. Stand by for a start. And they're off and racing now, and Magic and 𝘼𝙏𝘾 have jumped well. She's Extreme, handled the start well. Looks as though Berry's going to put her in a prominent position as well. In advance then of Show Court going forward. So after the first 200, 𝘼𝙏𝘾 and She's Extreme go to the front, and Magic lands in third from Man in the Mirror, Show Court fifth. Length and a half further back to 𝘎𝙏𝙀 on the inside of the grey Brosnan, who's obscured there. Further back to Wealthy Investor. Now 𝘼𝙏𝘾 is back towards the inside improving. 2 lengths to Let's Roll the Dice in advance of Warby, and Count the Headlights last of all. The Blue Diamond winner in front, Dormier at the 800 metres, and She's Extreme has been very well back. Berry taking Bad Luck out of the equation in second, followed by Man in the Mirror on the inside of Magic. 2 further back to 𝘼𝙏𝘾, then 𝙎𝙏𝙀 from Brosnan, 5 Burn, locked up on the inside from Wealthy Investor, then Let's Roll the Dice from Warby, and Count the Headlights last of all. Dormier leads around the corner from She's Extreme, 2 lengths to Man in the Mirror, then came Magic, 5 Burn, improving along the rails, and deeper out Brosnan and 𝘼𝙏𝘾. She's Extreme moved up now, took the lead away from Dormier, 3 lengths to 5 Burn. It's She's Extreme drawing 2 lengths clear. 5 Burn, she's looking to defy history. She's giving chase, the slipper winner, and 5 Burn went past She's Extreme. She's a very exciting filly. 5 Burn by 2 lengths to She's Extreme. Let's Roll the Dice a distant third, then Dormier, Count the Headlights, 𝘎𝙏𝙀, further back to Brosnan, a gap back to Wealthy Investor, Warby, Magic, 𝘼𝙏𝘾, and Man in the Mirror. There's 5 in a row for the star filly.
Well said, Darren, well said. She is an outstanding 2-year-old. What the future, and that's great, isn't it? There's Anthony and Gary together there. The fillies have dominated, as they often do. I mean, we've been seeing that with the older fillies, but she was absolutely right. Hey, Richie, I'm going to get down to you. This is a magic moment. The first filly this century to do that double, eh?
It's incredible, isn't it? Since 1996, the first filly to be able to do this, guys. We know she's special. She just proved that then.
Yeah, look, I think she had to show, what she had today. She was 5 lengths off on the top of the straight, but I've just got so much confidence in this girl. I knew she'd cut the corner, and when she spotted that leader out in front, it was all over. She just knows how to catch him, and I don't know where it comes from, but I'm glad I'm training her. I'll tell you that right now, because she makes me look good. She's a good horse.
It's interesting, some of the jockeys avoiding that inside, but your girl seems to just relish in the wet conditions.
Yeah, exactly. We spoke about it before the race, and Brett said, I don't care where I am early. I don't care if they go up the rails. I know she'll handle it better than anyone else, and I'll just give her every chance to be strong late, and she knows how to win, and she keeps it up. I might get the 5 Burn stand built somewhere here as well. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Thank you.
It is incredible. Any part of this story surprised you, or did you always realise she was going to be this good?
No, it just keeps going. It's she showed a little bit, and then she showed a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then she won, and she won again, and she just keeps raising the bar, and I'm just privileged to be training her, and training for a great group of people. 𝘼𝙏𝘾, I've had a lot of success with Louis and Rebel Dane. Some of the owners in that horse have had horses with me for years, and they've come together for this filly, and they've got themselves a little superstar.
We celebrate her now. Is that the last we've seen of her this autumn, or does she just keep pushing on?
I'd like to spell her, but she'll tell me that she doesn't want to on Monday morning. I know what she's like. She'll go home tonight, she'll eat up, she'll be fresh in the morning, she'll want to be the first horse out of the stable. I'll put a saddler on Monday and she'll tell me on Monday morning. I'm her personal bodyguard of a morning. I lead her out the track and back, and I can feel it's a weird thing to say, but I can feel it when I lead her. She's telling me what she wants, and all week she's been saying, get me to the track, because I was so confident that it's ridiculous. I know it's a Group 1 race, she shouldn't feel like that, but she's a good filly.
Special filly. Congratulations,
mate.
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
And Lizzie, I know you're not far from Richo and Gary Portelli. We saw something special today with these two fillies, and in particular the winner. She's one out of the box, isn't she?
She is, Bruce, and I think when you're looking at these two fillies, you know that they absolutely relish the going. They love these conditions, as Gary mentioned what Brenton said, and he wasn't worried about what position he was going to get to in the run, whether he was going to go up the inside where it's inferior ground and really heavy down that inside straight. But she's absolutely amazing. It's a joy to watch Gary training her and being around her, because of course he trained her father, and now they have a golden slipper winning sire. So it's an amazing achievement that Gary's being able to do, and you have to make a mention to Laurel Oak Bloodstock as well. 𝘼𝙏𝘾 has been in this game for a long time, and to have a dual Group 1 winning 2-year-old is something very special.
And Rebel Dane's future's so interesting, the sire, because he was almost unwanted there for a while. I know they did a great job with him in Victoria to get as many as they could, but he's coming back to New South Wales, where we don't know, but his stakes have never been higher.
Yeah, absolutely. And I ran into Steve Grant the other day at Silverdale Lodge, and who bred this filly, and they're absolutely over moon. They currently have Rebel Dane at their farm, so we'll see where he ends up.
I bet you they give him a pat tonight. Let's join Kate Waterhouse. She's with Robbie Dolan, the very talented Robbie Dolan.
I'm here with Group 1 winning jockey and voice contestant Robbie Dolan. Robbie, there's been a few whistles around the track for many years that you could sing.
Yeah, it used to be a hidden talent, but it's not very hidden anymore. Yeah, it was something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid, and yeah, sometimes you have to just jump at them opportunities.
Oh, definitely. And what's been the reaction from all your peers and the racing people about you being on The Voice?
Yeah, the reaction's been great. You know, the whole industry has really sort of got behind me, and we're all really looking forward to seeing the show.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, but I'm also looking forward to seeing you today. You're riding two Group 1 races today. Which one do you think has the best chance?
Yeah, a couple of nice rides today. I'm really looking forward to riding 𝘼𝙏𝘾 in the Doncaster for 𝘼𝙏𝘾. He's a horse that will really relish the heavy tracks. He's drawn well enough. Now, whether he wants to be there by that stage of the day, we'll know. But yeah, really looking forward to riding him.
Well, we can't wait to watch you ride today and can't wait to watch you sing. The Voice will be on Channel 7 from April 18th.
How did one small error block the Suez Canal and stop the world?
The only thing that ran through my mind was, oh my God.
In the groundbreaking premiere, the footage never aired before of the $57 billion problem.
It was crazy to watch.
For the first time, see exactly how it unfolded.
If you didn't get the message from the Ever Given, you weren't paying attention.
And can it happen again? The premiere special, Why Ships Crash.